Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, after a long lobby restart. And I'm going to mention this real quick. The guys that find themselves out of position, it's only your fault because we've told you guys not to ready up the lobby until you hear the host, which was Harrison, to give it the go. But everybody was punchy, hit that ready up button, and now you guys are going to find yourself in a complete different position than what you were when you guys finished qualifying. So there's no fault in that self except for your own fault. I'm just gonna be honest. But here we are live with the race finally here. Hopefully I do not get booted again. Hopefully these guys are able to hold on to their positions. But while we have a little bit of time, while these guys set up their cars and get their race strategy underway, we'll give you guys a look at the GP1 table as a combined changed a little bit. We had a little bit of problems this week, but we'll give you guys a look at the championship standings so far in GP1. Here you have Harrison standing on top, looking for that title. He has battled for 3 seasons with Enzo for a title, Enzo besting him twice. Can Harrison grab that title? He's been loosely chasing this whole season. Anton sitting second, did not make it this evening. Zero holding on to P3. Enzo pushing on forward to get higher up in fourth. Stig fifth. We have Schuth sixth. Amadale seventh. Aruzia sitting eighth. We have Hubdi ninth. We have Tom 10th. Soap 11th. Jono not able to make it for the next couple of weeks in 12th. Hellboy 13th. Chattalulu 14th. We have Lord Eros in 15th. Mattis Gamer Boss 16th. We have Neymar 17th. Aldifer is 18th. We have Ryan not here this evening 19th. And we have Tyler Clan in 20th. Looks like these guys are ready to go for their formation lap. So we'll hopefully these guys have had time to get their positions. And Neymar holding on to the pole. He did get pole position for this race. We'll give you guys a look at the tire compound, all starting on fresh compounds. Enzo, Chattalulu holding on Stig in fifth. A couple of these guys are going to be misplaced towards the end here. A couple guys sitting out of position. But as I'm going to mention it again, guys. You guys chose your own fate by readying up the lobby a little quickly. So, gearing up for 27 laps here around the Sochi Autodrome at the Russian Grand Prix. Round 17, like I mentioned earlier. Let's get this race cracking, shall we? Who is going to grab the win this week? As we saw, Harrison, after Stewart's report, hasn't come out yet. It will be coming out shortly tomorrow. Harrison grabbed the win at Singapore, helping his championship battle push him a little bit further towards putting two hands on that big trophy towards the end of the season. But who is going to grab the win here? A lot of guys starting, top 10 are actually starting on the soft compound. As you can see, Hubdi not able to make it into Q3 is going to start this race on P10. But guys, I cannot wait for this. Hopefully we don't have a start like we did in GP2. Kind of already on the path of that. Let's keep these guys clean. Watch your space, watch your awareness. Keeping an eye on the rest of the guys. Whiffy jumps in last minute to reserve for the Racing Point as a reserve that was going to race. Didn't show after we restarted the lobby. It might be a bit late for him. So hopefully that might have been the case. Hopefully it wasn't too mad. Hellboy really warming up those tires towards the back. He's quite a far ways as we have Amadale and Soap disqualifying themselves. Hellboy, I'm going to mention this is punishable if you don't get close enough to the top of the pack. Ruzia has left the session. Hopefully he can get himself back in. Everybody's starting to line up for the grid spots, getting ready to go racing here for this race. Hopefully it's going to be a good, solid race. They have a dry race compared to GP2's full wet. Let's get this underway, shall we? And Hellboy taking his sweet time to line up in the grid. I think that will be looked at by the stewards at the end of this race. Because a lot of guys are going to sit on colder temperature tires now. But here we are finally for the 5 red lights. Can we get a better camera angle? There we go. Waiting for those 5 red lights to go here at the Sochi Autodrome. 5 are lit. And we are away for the race. Here we go. Can Harrison get a good start? Looks like Neymar got a great start. Looks like Harrison's going to come under fire here in the first corner. Everybody going through the first little nick there. I wouldn't even consider that a first corner. Coming down to turn 1. Neymar's got a flyer. Here we go into turn 1. A bit of a touch. Oh, Stig makes contact with the AlphaTauri. And that sends the AlphaTauri wide. That's going to be, I think that's Chattalulu. As we have a McLaren almost do exactly what Sans did in the real F1 race here at Sochi Autodrome. Coming into turn 2. It's a bit punchy. Let's get a look on point with the racing point. Neymar he's holding onto the lead quite firmly. Coming in the corners. Yeah, Alfa Romeo runs a bit wide. A little bit punchy. There's a bit of contact there from the racing point onto the Red Bull. Everybody scrapping for position here in the opening lap. Quite an intense first lap this has already been. A lot of guys battling for position here at the back of the field. Mid-pack is going to be quite a race, I have a feeling. Renault's looking at going for a move here on the inside. Goes on the move. Nicely done by the Renault. Sweeps past the Alfa Romeo, and the Renault lost traction. Into the wall it goes. Not sure if that's Hellboy or if that's Soap. I can't tell yet. We'll get back here. Neymar leading the race on to the first lap in the books. We'll get the guys to Delta back up. It looks like it was Hellboy that made that contact, so that's going to be hurt. That's going to hurt him a little bit. He's going to have to dive for the pits. We have Stig into the pits as well. Damage must have been done when he made contact with Chattalulu. The Delta now is all sorts of screwery with me, saying Harrison's leading this race, but I know he's chasing that Williams. Neymar's flying right now. Quite a gap between himself and Harrison. As Russia, for some reason, who else is ghosting here? Hubdy is ghosting. This Delta's all sorts of screwery. Get it back up, shall we? We know Neymar is leading this race. As Harrison just behind how far. Oh, Enzo's actually chasing. Enzo got around Harrison for P2. Now chasing that Williams driver for the lead of this race. These two had quite a battle when it came to Singapore last week. We have Soap picks up a time penalty. Hopefully I'm getting that. Let me get this back up. We have Sector 3 yellow Soap, 3-second time penalty. Hopefully that stays on board, and it's cut away now. Oh great, we're gonna have another one of those where I don't see penalties or anything. At least we have it on the side. We'll be able to see who gets the fastest lap either. Cheers for you guys, sorry about the late restart here. Enzo chasing Neymar, has Harrison, his rival from 2 seasons in a row. Just behind him, Zero makes a great push. He's in P4 chasing for a podium this evening. Shoot a little bit down the road, but he could have a solid run here this evening. I have to keep an eye on Lassus and Eros, both on the medium compound. We'll be able to take those a lot deeper and set onto the the soft compound towards the end of this race. Typically around Russia, the tire dig is very low. Or gets a better run out of that corner, chasing that McLaren. The Delta as well. These guys really close here. Zeroing in on Harrison and Enzo. No pun intended. Let's take on board with the AlphaTauri driver. I finally got the hang of that instead of saying the Toro Rosso. I actually haven't said that word in quite a while. These guys on for a good solid run, but they have to keep BRL Neymar ahead of them in their sights. Don't want to get caught up battling too much. They'll lose a battle with him. We'll see if Enzo fights Harrison. Enzo wants to keep on behind. Gotta see if they can pull into that DRS range of Neymar. This track can be quite a toe. You grab the toe of the car ahead, and it's really hard for the car ahead to break that. Gap at the top, 1.5. Harrison holding on to the back of Enzo. DRS is available for these guys. Let's see if Harrison uses it to go attack Enzo. Is it close enough? Enzo pulls into the inside to go defensive. Comes back to the racing line. Harrison nowhere close to make a move. Let's take a look now. We have Possum. Tyler Clan is retired from the race. What has happened here? Let's jump on board with Stig. I wonder if he's done it from the pits. Taylor has left the session, can understand. I wonder if he's done it from the pits. I think he has. Running on board Stig to see if we can find his car. Yeah, he's retired in the pits. Stig on his way through. Harrison picks up a 3-second time penalty. That might be huge towards the end of this race. Chasing the car ahead could have given him a little bit of understeer with the dirty air mixed with that. SF1 Tom having a look at the racing point ahead has Livid just behind him. Livid having quite a race so far. Livid started on pole here for the Russian Grand Prix on Friday, being a GP2 reserve, but unfortunately with the Armageddon start of GP2, found himself a little down the ways. Jump on board with the Red Bull driver, has a load of cars ahead of him, looking to fight. Little bit of dirty air washes the car out. In the inside, Livid goes a little scrappy, close to the wall. Tom having a good look here on Eros and Lassus, his teammate for this race. Lassus has raced here before, can carry a lot of pace. Let's take a look at the rearview mirror. These guys are going to have DRS on the McLaren. Are they going to make it 3 wide? Here comes Eros. Is his teammate going to make it 3 wide? Into the corner they go. Whoa. Oh, Eros goes really wide. That helps Tom. Tom's going to go on the inside. Don't make it 3 wide around these guys. Come on. Tom almost makes contact with his teammate. It's a bit punchy. Tom and Eros on the inside. Bit of a squeeze, but they both make it through the corner. Eros takes the line. Tom holds to the outside. Eros runs wide again. These two battling out side by side. Ooh, that was close. Eros runs wide again. These guys not often give each other any room. This is helping a lot of the guys behind keep up with these guys. Ooh, Tom's lost a little bit of traction. Lassus gets up through. Lassus could have a run at Eros now. A lot of these guys are going to have DRS. Let's jump on board with the Red Bull driver. Livid having a go. Both McLarens side by side. Contact is made between the McLaren. That's not what you want to see. Tom has now lost an end plate. That's going to affect his handling. Livid looks like he is battling a little bit of his handling as well. Back end is stepping out quite a bit. He must be running a little bit of a low downforce, or ride height, that is. Tom's going to dive into the pits. He doesn't want to lose too much time with that wing being damaged. That's only going to help Eros and Lassus. Tom was on soft compounds though, so all is not lost yet. Zero, Harrison holding on to the back. I've missed this at some point, but Enzo has gotten around Neymar, as Neymar has picked up a time penalty. I'll definitely give you guys a rundown of the penalties once we hit, we'll say, lap 10. We'll do it in 10 laps. We'll give you guys an update on penalties on lap 10 and lap 20 going into the final 7 laps of the race. Keep an eye on these guys though. Livid getting closer to Lassus. Good to see Lassus back in this race though. Hasn't been here for a couple of weeks. He does reserve every now and then. As Livid goes a bit deep, that's going to be a penalty. I think he's already had one to his name though. Does have Soap catch him quite quickly though. Stig looking at the back of SF1 Tom. I have to keep an eye, see if Arusi has gotten himself back into this race as well, but Soap really battling with that Red Bull just ahead of him. After this race, ladies and gentlemen, we will be at the Japanese Grand Prix, one of my favorite tracks in this game, for 5 races remaining in this championship. I will mention quite quickly that come the holidays, we will have a 2-week break, so it's going to allow a lot of these guys to kind of take a breather, including myself, before we head into the final 2 races of the season. And then we'll be mixing it up for Season 2 on this game. Dropping the tracks from 22 races to 18 races. It is going to be quite a scrap. Getting rid of some of the ones that people don't really care for. One of them being Hanoi. Gaps at the top. Enzo now battling with Neymar. Here we go. These guys had a scrap in Singapore. Is it going to be the same here for Russian Grand Prix? Enzo does have DRS on the Williams driver. Getting close. He's going to pull to the inside. He does. Livet is retired from the race. I wonder if that's going to be a safety car. They make contact again. We have a safety car situation, I think, ladies and gentlemen. Full safety car. So a lot of the guys at the back are going to have a good chance to catch back up. I wonder if any of these guys in the front are going to pit. Keep an eye on any of them to pit for the hard compound and take them to the end. Neymar is going to come in. Enzo is going to come in. Harrison's going to come in. And Zero is going to come in. Shoof is going to follow. Will Heroes follow. He's going to stay out because he is on those medium compounds. As well as Lassus. Soap is going to come in. Chattalulu is going to come in. Whiffy's on his way in. Amandale's on his way in. Abdi is on his way in. So Eurus is actually going to inherit the lead of this race. He's on board. Rusia's in. Is he still ghosting though? I think he is. He's going to go to the medium compound. SF1 Tom and SF1 Stig. SF1 Stig's going to dive into the pits. He's going to go to the hard compound. We'll have to keep an eye on that, but Heroes picks up the safety car. Jump on board with Stig. Hellboy is on his way into the pits. Now he's going to go to another set of mediums. He could possibly take this to the end, depending on how long the safety car does stay out. So let's jump on board with the guys that picked up the back end of the safety car for the meantime. And that's crazy. Safety car pretty much broke in the middle of the track. Surprised Heroes didn't get KO'd from that. Even the safety car is lagging this evening. So I wonder if anybody's seen the big news of EA possibly buying out Codemasters. Let me know in the chat how you guys feel about that. Big juggernaut game company thinking about buying the rights out to this game. Could help fix the servers somewhat. EA servers have a problem with staying online or constantly dropping. But you could see a lot of improvements to the game with all the money that they do have. They could put forth through this. See a lot more content. But that is time well considered. We'll see about that later in the future. Zero's leading this race. Depending on where is Hellboy makes it past Livid. Still a lap down. Stig is about 24 seconds behind the guys. Look at these guys doing swapping positions in the middle of the safety car race, or a couple of laps. Somebody's dove for the pits. Whiffy has dove for the pits. I think he accidentally put on the wrong compound. He's going to switch to, will it be a hard compound here? No, he's going to go to the medium compound. On his way out. A little bit of a slow pit stop, but nevertheless, so Stig's going to make his way through up to P14, as Whiffy's going to come out P15. Hellboy's rounding the last few corners. We should be going back to racing just after this lap. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. So everybody, apart from two drivers, are on the medium compounds till the end. Except for, actually 4 drivers. We have Eros, who stayed on those medium compounds, as well as Lassus. And we have Zero and Tom opting for a hard compound to try to take them to the end. Can that pay off? Can that actually bring them to the front? As some of these guys I feel are going to have a bit of a struggle. I mean, this track is really low deg, so the guys on the medium compounds, fresh mediums, might have a good go up towards the end of this race. Once we go live, or not live, but once we go back to racing, it's going to be 17 laps. I have a feeling safety car should be in this time around. No indication though yet from race control, though I am getting quite a bit of staggered lag from that. It looks like it might just be in this lap. It definitely is going to be back in this time around as Eros and Lassus are stacking the field. Keep an eye on this man. He is going to restart. Usually I do a restart cam, but we're going to stay on board, see how well of a restart Eros can get. Sets off now, gets a little wide. Lassus just behind. We have Neymar really on the tail of Lassus. As Enzo runs a bit wide, Harrison runs a bit wide. Enzo sitting on no pens. Neymar's going to go for a look around Lassus. No DRS is going to be available for these guys for another 2 laps after this. Lassus gets the position. Neymar tucks behind the McLaren. He's going to have a look on the inside around the long sweeping left. Wow, what a move. What a move indeed. Whoa, they go close again. Lassus takes it back. Late braking, doing a Ricardo. We have a yellow again for some reason, not sure what that's for. Hopefully that's just a local yellow. Keep an eye on Ruzia. I wonder if that is Ruzia. Is he back in his car? I think he's definitely ghosting. Stig is battling a ghosting car. Keep on board with these two really going after it. Enzo's not too far behind. Neymar right there. Side by side. Will Neymar have the position? He sneaks it past the McLaren and gets himself up to P2. Enzo's going to have to get past that McLaren if he wants to keep hold with Neymar. Neymar being his relative competition here, as both Lassus and Eros are going to have to pit. Yet to make a pit stop here in this race. Can Enzo get around Lassus? Harrison not too far behind Enzo too. He wants to stay on back behind him. Pass Lassus when Enzo can. What is Eros doing? Going really defensive against Neymar. Trying to break that toe. Enzo on the inside. Lassus breaks it. Ooh, that was close. These guys really bringing the shoulders out this evening. All the guys that are joining the race, thank you so much for tuning in. These guys are having a scrap. Lassus and Enzo onto the inside. Enzo squeezes Lassus out to take that position. These guys really bad. Whoa, Eros almost clips the wall there. This is only going to help Enzo collect these two finally just ahead. Let's jump on board Enzo. Enzo really pushing the car on this brand new medium compounds. Neymar might have a look here at... Oh, they touch! They touch! Don't know what that was about. Neymar sends it deep though. Whoa! Oh, Enzo loses as well. What is going on? There's contact. Zero's made contact with Enzo. Enzo loses traction, slides the car. He's gonna have to wait. Oh, that is not what you want to see. What is going on with Harrison? Harrison's in the back as well. Harrison's sitting P15, so our two championship rivals from 2 seasons ago are gonna battle it for P15 and 16. That could have just handed it to Neymar. Shoot, we'll have a chance at this. DRS is now available for these drivers. Shoot should just about have enough space to get around. Pulls it to the outside. Whoa, Lassus pulls it back to the inside. Shoot's gonna hold on. Ooh, that was close. Amandale sitting quiet on no penalties. Neymar has a penalty to his name. Eros does not. Although I don't know how Eros doesn't. He's been running quite wide a few corners. Runs wide again. So this race has gone and shifted just a bit. Two Alfa Romeos now battling as Tom just ahead. Whiffy looking pretty strong. Does sit on a penalty. I actually missed it, guys. I apologize, but we'll take a look at the penalty situation now. Jesus sitting on 6 seconds as we have Neymar that's just made the pass for the move. And the lead sitting on 3 seconds. Eros sitting on 0. Jesus 6 seconds. We have Shoot 3 seconds. We have Self on 6. Tom's on 3. We have Whiffy on 3. Hellboy on 3. The other two, 0 and Harrison sitting on 3. Give it back to the tire. We'll actually look at the positions gained. Let me see. We have Eros up 10, yet to pit. Seuss up 8, yet to pit. We have Shoot up 5. Soap has made it up 11 positions. We have Amadeo up 9 positions. We have Whiffy and Hellboy up 6. And Hubdy is up 1 position. Guys, in biggest drops. Enzo, unfortunately, Harrison's unfortunately 0, getting caught up in that restart. That was nothing really I can say about that. Take a look at Eros and Neymar going after it. And back to the tires. Eight-pack guys here battling out. Keep an eye on this one. Hubdy having a problem with his controller in Q2, crashed out, said car wouldn't turn left. So it definitely had a non-NASCAR incident there. But battling Tom with his teammate just behind. Let's take on board here. Hubdy has DRS. He's going to let Stig through. He is. It looks like they're going to use a little bit of teamwork here going into this corner. Stig's now going to go after Tom and attack him. Maybe they can carry a little bit of tow to pass that McLaren. Stig battling the car, you can see, getting a little out of shape. They do have Whiffy just behind them. Whiffy looking a bit punchy. There goes Stig, losing a bit of control there. Is Hubdy going to have a look? No, he's going to hold just behind. Let's ride on board with these guys. Can they get a good run out of the final corner to go after that McLaren? Yellow indications on track, not sure, or not yellow, green. Colors. Missed up a Hubdy and SF1 Stig going into turn 1. Hubdy backs out of it. Whiffy right there on the gearbox of Hubdy. Battle at the top, Eros is holding on to the back of Neymar. How was that man not getting a penalty for running that wide? It must be that point in the track. Amadeo looking really pacey now on the back of ER and Shoot. Seuss trying to hold on to P3. He is going to have to pit eventually. Lap 14 out of 27. I would say look for the Eros Seuss to pit around lap 17, lap 18. Amadeo DRS on Shoot, DRS on Lassus. Both of them not close enough to make a move into this tight corner, heavy braking area. I don't know, there's a lot of indications flying. I'm not sure what's happened. Harrison down the order here. Wouldn't necessarily see Harrison usually down this far. 0 down the order. We have Bruzia, who is ghosting, I believe. Exia in the chat. Long time no see, Exia. Yeah, Neymar having quite a race so far, sitting on a penalty. He does have Amadeo, who's going to have to catch him on track, and Amadeo having a good go. He's going to get within 3 seconds of him. He's sitting a little further out from that. Shoot just ahead of him. Shoot sitting on a penalty as well. So Amadeo, this could be Amadeo's race if he can get close enough. He's got to have to push these medium compounds towards the end. Whoa, Lassus went really wide there. Jump on board. He does have the Red Bull and the Haas driver just behind him. The Shoot can have a good run here. Coming up to the second DRS in the backstretch. Dalby, what is going on? Cheering on his Williams teammate. DRS will be open for Shoot loses a lot of time though. He's not going to be close enough for a move here. He's going to gain right to the back end. Armadale getting closer to Shoot. Shoot runs a bit wide. He's not going to leave the door open for Armadale. Armadale's going to go on the outside. Shoot's going to try to close it off. Shoot puts the shoulders out and maintains P4 for the time being. They are getting closer and closer to that McLaren though. Keep it on board with Armadale as we come up for the start-finish line with the DRS. Can Shoot have a good run? Armadale have a good run. Lassus looks like he's starting to battle a little bit of tire dig on those medium compounds. New flag is waving for somebody, not sure. Wow, Armadale has a lot more pace on the start-finish line than Shoot. Coming up to turn 1. Careful not to go wide because you will get a time penalty. Armadale tucks to the inside. He's got a lot more of a run. Is he going to go for a move on the outside? Turning into the inside here. Oh, they make contact. Hand waves up in the air. Armadale into the wall. Oh, that's not what you want to see. Armadale's definitely going to have to pit. Probably a click for the stewards, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely a racing point that's going to be talked about at the end of this race. That's going to put Armadale down the order. So, a bad day at the office so far for Haas. Contact was made between himself and Shoot. This is only helping Neymar's. This is only helping Neymar's stamp on this race. Mine is going to be Chattalulu. Can he have a good run? Eros is going to have to pit eventually. Lap 16, coming up to about 10 laps remaining of this race. Final push. Positions are going to be key. Got to keep it clean on those time penalties. Chattalulu having a look. As we have Lassus diving into the pits. Can Chad have a good run on Soap here? He's going to have DRS in the back of Shoot. Both guys that needed the pit have done so. Soap holding on to P3. Here comes Chattalulu. Is he going to look for it? Look, there's a bit of a touch on the gearbox. Chad's going to have a good run. Goes a bit wide. Gonna hold behind Renault. Looks like he's going to do so. I'm not going to break it out. Shoot just ahead. Holding on to as much as he can. Chattalulu sitting quite clean in this race. 8 seconds, though, is the gap between them and the leader. We'll give you guys a penalty update in 3 laps' time. Whiffy on the back of Hubdy. Stig makes up the P5. Bit of contact might have been made there. Only the slightest, though. As Enzo is making gains now. Recovering after that early spin. Whiffy having a look on the Alfa Romeo driver. Is he close enough? I'm not sure because Hubdy does have DRS on S1 Tom. Oh, that was close. Super on board with Enzo. We have this battle ahead of us. All these guys in the mid-pack, always so close to each other. Here goes Enzo, has DRS on Whiffy. Whiffy kind of gives him a bit of a shoulder, but it looks like it's going to be Enzo's position into turn 1. Side by side they go. Whiffy runs a bit wide. Tucks it behind Enzo. Enzo now free to go battle. Oh, Tom's looking at Stig here. There's the yellow sector, not sure what for. Green now. Whatever it was momentary. I'm trying to have a look at SF1 Sticks. And Enzo might have a look at Hubdy any moment here as well. Well, keep in mind that Whiffy did win the Armageddon race that was GP2. here at the Russian Grand Prix on Friday for GP2. Anybody going to swap positions? No, they're all staying within the tow. It looks like Stig and Tom having quite a race with each other. Hubby really trying to keep Enzo behind him, which is no small feat. Guys at the top, Chattanooga starting to make gains on Soap. Can he have a good run here out of the exit and get DRS? Soap is second behind, so he's not going to get it on Schoof just ahead. Chattanooga will have DRS. Can he make a pass around Soap? Goes to the inside. Quite. Soap thought about trying to block him. Chattanooga had that position taken before he even could defend for it. Chattanooga up to P3. Now Schoof in his sights. He takes quite a line around there. He takes kind of a similar line I would take. Really trusting the car to hold on to the curb. Gives a bit out of shape there. Whoa, there's a bit of not sure who that was about. And there's an end plate flying, the whole wing flying. Not sure who that was. Is that Enzo? Safety car, ladies and gentlemen. Esteban Tom is retired from the race. He's just buried it into the wall, looks like. Esteban Tom has left the session. Can understand why. Unfortunate day for him at the office. Have to keep an eye out for the stewards if that's a clip for him or not. We shall see. Gonna allow a lot of these guys to catch back up. I have a feeling a lot of these guys might possibly dive for a new set of softs to take them to the end. Neymar definitely should. Schoof will probably do the same. Once these guys dive for the pits, I'll give you guys an update on the penalties situation. Neymar's diving. Will Schoof do the same? Chad's not going to dive for the pits. Interesting. Neither is Schoof. But Neymar is going to dive for a soft compound. How many others are not going to? Soap stays out. Stig does dive for the pits. Hubdy does. So these guys are going to double stack the Alpha pit box. Whiffy is in. Masseuse is going to stay out. Zero's diving into the pits. Let's see if Harrison does the same. Lap 20. Harrison is into the pits. Amandale is going to stay out. He is on a fresh set of softs. And my screen is freaking out because of the Hellboy. Not sure what is going on. That is crazy. I'm clicking off of him. Alright, lap 20 in the books. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at the penalties. Schoof is on 6 seconds. We have Chattanooga on 0. We have Soap on 9 seconds. Enzo's on 0. We have Lord Eros on 3. And Ruzia, who's ghosting, is on 0. Neymar's still on 3. Masseuse on 9. Stig on 3. Amandale sitting clean. We have Whiffy on 14 seconds. Hubdy's sitting clean. Zero's on 6. Harrison's on 6. And Hellboy's on 9 seconds. So the end of this race could come down to penalties quite easily. Give you guys a look at the tires. So it'll be interesting to see how long this safety car does stay out. Lap 27 laps are going to go. Whoa, these guys are swapping positions for some reason. Not sure why. Schoof and Chattanooga might be playing a little bit of tag here underneath this safety car. Once we go back to green flag racing, we possibly have about 6 laps left or 5 laps left. Don't know why the Renault and the AlphaTauri are getting super close to jump on board. The man that's leading the race behind the safety car. Let me see if I can get some build. This lobby is completely crazy, like it was before. Safety car, there you go. A couple time penalties coming in. At least it's showing me safety car this time. Schoof holding on to the lead of this race. We have Chattanooga just behind, sitting clean. Can he hold on? Neymar is currently on a fresh set of softs. Was leading, dove into the pits for his fresh set. Sitting on a penalty though, can he make it work? He's going to have just about 5 laps to do it to get around these guys. Definitely carrying the pace though so far in this race. He's going to have to battle a little bit of traffic to get through. His main competition already on 12 laps, mediums. Alright. Get yourself strapped in, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be quite a restart. I have no idea how this is going to go. We've already seen a couple clips and incidences. Tire strategies are going to play key. It looks like safety car could possibly be in this lap. It looks like it's going to be the case. The Schuf has backed off. Cowboy, what is going on? Let's see how Schuf handles this restart. How's Chattalulu going to handle this restart? How's this man going to handle the restart? Leading the way when they pitted, or when he pitted for a soft compound. Here we go, Chattalulu looking for it. Trying to get the tires warmed up as much as possible. Schuf has already taken off. Chattalulu caught sleeping. That's not going to help his case. Soap runs a bit wide. Enzo's going to have a look. Enzo having a good comeback race so far. Early spin in the race. He's set himself back up to P4. But he have a run here for the win. Let's see what's going on here. He's going to have a look at Soap. Soap holding on. It's like a drag strip between Hamilton and Gasly in Brazil. Soap backs out of it. As Soap runs really wide. Enzo battles a little bit of traction. Oh, this clip. Whoa, that was close. Eros and Neymar going after it. Oh, that was close as well. Neymar goes a bit. The Seuss is up through. That was really close. Guys, shoulders out. Be mindful, please. Whiffy sends one on Amadale. Aye. Close between Neymar and Lassus. These guys are really punchy on the final restart of this race. Hopefully it's the final restart. GP1 never ceases to amaze me with how much these guys want to battle each other. Stig now sitting just behind these guys. Soft compound. Hubby unfortunately got held up in the pits behind his teammate, sitting P12, similar to what I heard happened. And so Lassus, what is going on? Oh, Eros is around. Eros loses position with heavy damage to his front left on his wing. End plate is missing. I wonder if he's missing any winglets. Definitely missing a couple. Gonna impact that performance of the handling quite a bit. He's gonna have to dive for the pits. Hard day for Eros at the top. He was putting his shoulders out quite a bit. So Schuf holding onto this leash. Chattalulu sitting second. Lap 23 out of 27. First open this. Lassus is right there. Oh, we have a move there. Enzo and Neymar going after it. Neymar gets around. Enzo holding onto the back. Careful not to get himself a time penalty. As we have Lassus and so right side by side. Around the long sweeping left. Oh, contact might have been made. Neymar's going to push his way through. Neymar putting his shoulders out. Enzo has to hold onto the back of Neymar. DRS not available for these guys quite yet. Soap runs a bit deep. What a battle indeed. Let's jump on board with these guys. What has happened? Enzo's lost a bit of positioning as Stig makes his way up. Lassus, whoa, geez, that was weird. Lassus is going to hold on to the position. Bit of contact there. Neymar looking for a move here on the inside. Easy does it. Contact a bit made. These guys, settle down, please, guys, please. Lord Eros is retired from the race. I believe he's had enough at the office today. Put the car into the pits and retired. Stig's really battling Soap here. Stig, actually, the manager of the Renault team. What is going on with these guys? Jump on board with Enzo. Oh boy, there's big contact. Neymar's around on the start-finish line straight. That is not what you want to see. We'll definitely have to keep an eye on what happened there. We have Wivy makes contact with Lassou. Stig runs wide. Soap. Neymar's left the session. I have a feeling there's a reason why. Wivy is retired from the race. So it looks, what is going on now? Zero running in the back. Wivy has left the session. Harrison is making his way up through. Lord Eros has left the session. Guys, come on. Some days you only make yourself look like a fool. It's ridiculous. Shuf holding on to the lead of this race. We have Chattalulu sitting in P2, Lassous P3. Enzo sitting P4, is under battle for a lot of these guys ahead of him. Lap 25. That would give us a spoiler on the penalties, but however, I want to be surprised by myself now at the end of this race. What's going on? I'm sure even who guarantees the podium this evening is not going to be on the podium at the end of the race. Or after the stewards report, that is. Yes, alright. Cowboy wants to see the penalties. I'll give you guys a run down the penalties. Harrison and Enzo. These two know how to keep it clean on track, though. Good battle between the two. Looks like Harrison pulls ahead onto turn 1. Enzo holding onto the back. No problem. Yes, Esteban Carlos. I completely agree. Keep an eye on the Delta. Stig now just behind. Sitting on 3 seconds. Could he have a podium this evening? 2 laps remain after this race. Next lap will be the penultimate lap of this race. Has to hold on, has to keep it clean. Amadeo could make his way up just a bit of positions as well. No penalty to his name as of yet. Sitting just behind his teammate. Wonder if Enzo will let him go through. Enzo sitting on 3 seconds. Harrison now having a run on 0. Harrison gets by. Just slightly. Will he have the position before the turn? He does. Even on pens, that's pretty much what's going to come into play at the end of this race. Shoot on 6 seconds. Chattalulu gets a little out of shape there. Stig thinking about making a move. Let's jump on board with Stig. Here we go. Let's actually jump on board with Chattalulu. He's actually got quite a good exit off that corner. Lassou's a little further back. Stig trying to get up behind. Stig not close enough for a move, though. I think he's going to back it out. Would be the smart play. Oh, Lassou's heavy on the brakes, almost makes contact with the back of the AlphaTauri. Trying to keep this subtle. Ladies and gentlemen, penultimate lap of this race. Oh yeah, good question, Dalby. Good question indeed. I'll have to keep an eye on that one. Make a comment about it. Oh, I finally have an aerial camera in this race. That is a nice one. I don't think I have one all weekend, and it's cut away. That's plenty. Chattalulu picks up a 3-second time penalty. That is my daughter, ladies and gentlemen. She's having a blast. Amadeo could have a solid finish here this evening if he can keep it clean the last lap and a half. These guys just being argy-bargy. Harrison sitting on 6 seconds. Normally you don't see 6-second time penalties towards his name. Stig and Lassous going after it. Lassous trying to battle Chattalulu for the lap. This man leading on track. Final lap before he can take the victory on track, but I don't think it's going to stay that way. Here we go. Big battle towards the end. Let's jump on forward with Harrison. A lot of guys making an inside look. Who is going to be brave enough to go for the move here? Chattalulu backs out of it. He's going to hold behind SF1 Stig. Avatari versus Alfa Romeo. Contact a little bit. Stig up through. Harrison's going to have a look. He's going to go to the outside. He's going to do for the outside move. Stig holding up to the back. Coming into this corner. Harrison makes contact with the AlphaTauri. There has been a lot of contact this evening. More than I would have expected. This is only helping Shoof's case. Stig now going to move up to P2 on the board with Lassus's time penalties. Will Lassus let him through? I have a feeling Lassus is going to do this on board. This guy, Chattalulu holding on to P4. I'm trying to keep my mind wrapped around this one. Lassus has retired from the race on the final lap. That's just played into Amandale's hands here, I think. Amadale having to move on zero. Chattalulu and Harrison having to go. Let's jump on board. I have to keep an eye on this stuff that's going on. Jeezy Pete. Who am I going to talk to on a podium interview? I have no idea at this point. Here we are coming up to the final two right-handers. My daughter is going crazy as well. SF1 or ER and Shoof. Sorry, Shoof crosses the line for the win. Stig takes it for the time being. Harrison, Amadale grabs the win. Stig P2, Shoof stays P3. As we have Chattalulu finishing P4. Oh, it's cut off. It cut me off already. I have a feeling there are going to be a lot of clips in the stewards this week. Amadale grabs driver of the day. Let you guys enjoy the podium interview, and then we'll be on race results and then the podium interviews. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, after a very, very distasteful, I would say, GP1 race, we have Amadale who picks up the win, keeping it clean all the way through. SF1 Stig in P2. Ira and Shoop round out your podium. We have Chattalulu in P4, Enzo P5, so good day for the Haas team at the office. Harrison P6, Hubdy P7, we have Zero P8, Hellboy P9, we have Soap P10, Aruzi, who was ghosting, is a lap down. Lassus, who had late contact, I believe he unfortunately DNF'd as a casualty. Neymar unfortunately had a casualty DNF race. Whiffy retires from the race. Lord Eros retires. SF1 Tom retires. Livid retires. And Tyler Clan retires from the race. Let me jump on board here. Get the last two. Tail, Stig, and Shoof are going to be the ones that we talk to in the podium interviews. Let me get those guys into this chat. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We have 2 out of 3 podium finishes this evening, as Amandale is off to bed, as SF1 Carlos let me know. So we're gonna start. We're gonna start with P3. And GCP, that is probably one of the most punchiest GP1 races I've ever seen in my life. Shoof, you held on, one on track, but due to penalties, you crossed on P3. Talk us through your race. You kept it really clean in that final stint, so I think those penalties behind might have just kind of threw you off a bit. Unfortunate day, but still podium. Solid points in the bank for Red Bull. Take the floor, mate, because I'm baffled right now.
Nothing yet. Oh, it's fine. And by the way, Carl. Yes.
All right, so Shoof is not here. I don't think he did join the party, but I don't know. I'm not hearing from him. So we're gonna go jump to our P2 man. A podium on the
Oh.
board this evening for SF1 Stig. I know you've been working for one quite a while. In Hanoi, you've had one, and then Pop Tire stole it from you. So run us through your race. I know you've been waiting to talk to us for quite a while, Stig. You have the floor. Take it away.
Oh. Couldn't believe it. Bad start first lap. In the first corner, I think I hit the Toro Rosso. Damaged my front wing. So I had to pit to win the mediums. Lucky enough, the safety car came out and really saved me. Then I was stuck behind my teammate Huss, but he was kind enough to let me through. Attack Tom in front of me. Then I just focused and see what to do. Because I knew all people in front of me had the time penalties and safety car came out, so me and Huss just scrambled when it wasn't solved, kept it clean. And as you see on the stream, mayhem that happened all in front of me. I just suddenly be at the right place at the right time. It's just a shame Armadale because I didn't get a penalty, otherwise would have been a race winner as well. But first podium, take it. Plus take a closer gap in the marks. That's the main thing.
No, solid race from well, I would say solid race from a lot of people, but there's some questionable moments this evening. Can be
Certainly,
said. I'm sure the stewards are going to
yeah.
have quite a busy week this week, but congratulations,
But
SF1 Stig.
I was impressed with that race because it's basically last from first lap until. Yep. I had to, but I had my shoulders out, but I was clean. That's the thing, and as the race went on, I just got confident with my setup, and I was struggling with Russell, and as the race went on, Tarwell and everyone else was just getting into the rhythm, and it's just worked for me.
Oh, definitely. So, you ready for Japan? I'll ask you that right before we send it off to shoot.
Oh yes, I love Japan.
That's so fun. So, hopefully your luck carries over. One final congratulations, Stig. All right, we're gonna actually jump to our P3. Shoof is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna talk to him. Shoof winning on track, but unfortunately 6 seconds to your name cost you to win this evening. Solid race on the second part of the race, being on those mediums. I believe you stayed out too at the one safety car, which let you lead the race. I mean, solid. You kept pretty much out of the fray of what was the chaos going on behind you. So take it away. You have the floor, Shoof.
Yeah, basically, lap 1, a lot of incidents happened in front of me. I think I gained 4 places on lap 1. And then just kept P5 for about 10 laps until 3 people ahead of me collided. Got another 2 positions. Then the first safety car came out. I swapped the mediums. Kept on going. Got P1 by the middle of the stint. And when the second safety car came out, I had one option, and it was to stay out. Otherwise, I would be very far behind.
No, it was still a solid race. Solid podium in the end. You can't beat that one for sure, especially with some of these guys here at GP1. A lot of the faster guys, I wouldn't say faster guys, a lot of the guys behind you definitely pretty much put a nail in their own coffin during the race for sure. There's some Questionable things that happened in this race, but I mean, not taking anything away from you. Winning on track is basically key. If it hadn't been for those 3 second time penalties, you would have taken the win. So obviously had the pace tonight for a win, and one more. Congratulations to yourself, too.
Thank you.
So Amadale's not here this evening, headed off to bed like SF1 Carlos. Let me know, but we're going to give him a congratulations on picking up the win this evening at the Russian Grand Prix. Ladies and gentlemen, we hopefully will be back next week after this chaos, but we'll be at the Japanese Grand Prix around Suzuka, one of my favorite tracks, where you guys can watch these guys take it hopefully a little bit cleaner next week. You guys can hear that. That is my daughter going absolutely ham. She's excited, but we'll be back next week, same time, same channel. Hopefully you guys had a great week. Hopefully the week, or a great weekend. Hopefully the week goes just as smooth getting up to the holidays. I know it gets crazy. But guys, I'm going to see you guys next Sunday. Until then, we'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for tuning in. One more final congratulations to Shoof, Stig, and Amadale. Hopefully you guys' luck carries over, and I'll be talking to you next week. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, SF1 is going to sign out. We'll see you next week. Hopefully you guys enjoy your evening. Good night. SF1 is signing off.